Speak to you all today, to add value to you all today, and to speak life to you all today. But before I speak, I gotta ask you a question. I need you to make some noise. I need you to say one thing if you're a real one. If you're not a real one, if you know you're not a real one, just stay quiet. But if you're a real one, I need you to say, yo. Yo! Okay, I gotta do a vibe check. Because I'm gonna keep it real, I'm gonna keep it raw, and I'm gonna keep it uncut. So I gotta make sure I'm in here with some real ones. But before I do it, I want you to give yourself a round of applause right now. Because you showed up today. You didn't have to show up today. You could have skipped class. You could have skipped school. By a show of hands, how many of y'all were really excited to come to school today and come to a prep rally? Exactly. None of you all. But the fact that you did it anyways shows how successful you are. You're willing to do something that 99% of the world won't do. Show up for yourself when you don't want to do it. And today I was going to come up here and I was going to talk about the strategies on being successful and how to be successful, but something told me that whoever shows up in this room today already knows how to be successful. Something told me that if you showed up in this room today, you will be successful. Because you showed up. I saw some people come in here late, but guess what? You still showed up. So I want to ask you, even though you showed up for yourself, how are you going to keep showing up? Because can I be real with y'all?
Sure.
Can I be real with you all?
Yo.
When I used to show up in school, I used to show up as a phony. I did not care about school. I did not care about testing. I did not care about grades. It's not that I couldn't do it. I just didn't care about that stuff. I used to play sports. How many here play sports? Shout out to the athletes.
All right.
I used to cheer. I tried to run track. I tried to hoop. That didn't work. I tried playing tennis, swimming, golf. I tried to do everything. Me and my friends, we used to run to school. We got in trouble all the time by Coach White Davis. We thought we was those girls. We was outside, going to the movies. Y'all don't know about going to the skating rink, but back in my day, we used to go to the skating rink. We used to do everything. Y'all must know about going to the skating rink. Someone said yes, someone said no. But other than what was going on at school and outside of school, I had some stuff going on at home too. Like, I know what it feels like to be around a lot of people and still feel misunderstood. I know what it feels like to be around a lot of people and still feel lonely. Like, I know what it feels like to come to school and always smile on your face and always laugh and joke with people, but you go home and have stuff going on. I know what it feels like to go home and don't have a relationship with one of your parents. Like, I know what that feels like. And because I had all those feelings, I didn't care about school. In middle school, I got kicked out of Betty Club. My first 2 years of high school, I had a 2-point-something GPA. In my first year of college, I had a 34 in one of my classes. You know how, I hear y'all over there trying to joke on me. You know how much work I had to not do and how many tests I had to fail to have a 34? I'm just saying, like, I know some of y'all in this room right now come to school like everything is fine, but y'all got stuff going on. Life isn't as easy as it make it seem. People make it seem. You might have gone through something this morning that made you late. You might have had something going on with you this week. You might have had something going on with you this month. The year just started. You probably had something going on with you in 2024. I know what it feels like to have them dark moments. But guess what? The dark moments help us see how bright we can shine. And they see how strong we are. And because you're in this room right here, I really see how strong you are. Like, I really want you to understand how I feel and how passionate I am about it, because you didn't have to come today. You could have left, but you came. Even though you know you're about to take a test in a couple more weeks, you still came and showed up. But like I said earlier, you showed up today, but what you gonna do? You gonna fold? Or you gonna keep going? By show of hands, how many of y'all know a little something about basketball? All y'all know about basketball? Y'all don't know about basketball for real. The other day, I was watching a video about basketball on TikTok. And y'all know college women basketball been going crazy right now with Angel Reese and Fly J and all of them. But I was watching South Carolina versus Tennessee. And Tennessee was winning. The score was 73-71. It was just a few seconds left on the clock. I want you to imagine this moment now. Because if you know basketball, you know that even if the score is 73-71, if you up by only 2 points, the other team can come, y'all can go overtime, the other team can come and win by 1 point. But all of the people from Tennessee was in the fans, they were cheering, because they just knew Tennessee was about to win. They were up by 2 points and they was at the free throw line with 5 seconds left on the clock. The girl, she was dribbling the ball. She shot the ball and she missed. They only up by 2 points. But the fans still going crazy in the stands because they know Tennessee about to win. The girl from Tennessee, she had one more free throw left. She dribbled the ball, she looked at the goal. Y'all know basketball players have to like dap their teammate up and stuff. She shot the ball and she missed. 73-71. I want you all to pay attention to this moment because even though her team and she showed up for herself, when the moment came, she folded. So South Carolina got the ball. It was 1.1 second left on the score. And the only person that was open for South Carolina was a girl that don't even know how to shoot for real. She had never made a three-point shot her whole career. They gave her the ball, and what you all think happened? She shot it and she made it. With 1.1 second left on the clock. Because when it was time for her to show up, she did not fold. I'm just saying, like they just told you that you're going into a 20-day period, and you about to take these tests, and you got the rest of the year. How you gonna show up for yourself? You gonna fold, or you gonna keep going? I told y'all that I had a 34, but I didn't tell y'all that I pulled up my grade in only 2 weeks by going to class. I was aggravating my teacher so much, my teacher almost blocked me from email. I told y'all how I had a 2-point-something GPA, but I didn't tell y'all how I graduated from high school and college at the same time with a college GPA of 3.6, being the only high school student in the College National Honor Society. I'm just saying that because when it's time for me to show up, nobody can ever say that Jada gonna fold. But what they gonna say about you? They asked that girl who made the shot, how did you make your shot? She said, I don't know, I just practiced it. Meaning the whole year, she never made a shot in the game, but she practiced it every day. These next 20 days, that's your practice. And how you practice, it's gonna be how you gonna score your winning shot when you take your test. How you gonna show up? You gonna go all in or you gonna fold? Because I already know you're gonna go all in. I already know you're gonna go crazy. But it doesn't matter what I believe. It only matters what you believe. Are people gonna be able to say, oh, she folded. When it was time to take the test, she couldn't make it. Because y'all know we go through tests in life. And I tell myself, if I can't get through a test in school, how am I gonna get through a test in life? But the fact that you all showed up here today, no matter how many people probably doubted you, no matter how many people have told you, oh, you slow, you can't do nothing, but really meant it for real, you showed up today. So you gonna fold? Or you gonna go crazy? You gonna go to Saturday school? You gonna go crazy? She said she gonna go crazy. You gonna go to Saturday school, you gonna study, get you a study group, get you a partner. Because you can do it. I already believe in you. If nobody told you today, I already believe in you. And because your teachers about to do 20 days of reteaching you stuff, they about to give you the keys in your hand. But what you gonna do with it? So if you know you're gonna show up and show out and go crazy, you're not gonna fold like Tennessee State did, I need you to stand up right now and say, I'm not gonna fold.
I'm not gonna fold.
Who's not gonna fold? I'm not gonna fold! Somebody gets the number 1 through 100. Hold on, one person gets the number 1 through 100. 50? 50? I'm gonna cash out you $50 for being the only one that's saying you're not gonna fold. Let's go. Now we're gonna try this one more time. We're gonna try this one more time. If you know you're not gonna fold, I need you to stand to your feet and say, I'm not gonna fold. I'm not gonna. And you know what? I know the ones that's sitting down, y'all really want to stand up and say you're not gonna fold. So for the ones that's still sitting down, I believe in you too. And I know that you're not gonna fold. And I know that you're gonna do it. So I'm Jada, that's my time. Thank you.